Hey, what's going on, y'all, man? We back at it with another one, man. On I'm Standing on It podcast, man. I got my regulars here, man. That boy 80 West and Real. What's up with y'all tonight?
You're ready, fish and spaghetti.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Hey, so check this out, man. It's only gonna be three of us. I think we'll have another homie that's gonna chime in a little bit later. So the show might be a little quick show. Hey, but I want to talk to y'all about this topic, man, and it's about our people, bro. I want to know why y'all think why are we, one of the top consumers in America, but yet, we lack wealth in this country, man. I'm gonna start off with you, Real, and let me know what your opinion is. Oh, hold on before you start. The boy Reflection in the building. He just joined, y'all.
What's up,
He said the kids was running him crazy, man. He had to get him out of private school.
I'm in this bitch.
He had to
shit.
go. He had to get the kids.
Hashtag.
He had to get the kids out of kung fu.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
did. Yeah, hey, you're playing with it. It's
I'm
over,
being
bro.
serious. I'm being serious.
Do you have kids?
Serious.
Do you have kids? Do you have kids?
No.
Do you have kids?
No.
Do you have kids? Don't.
No.
No, he don't.
Don't.
No.
He said don't have kids.
No, but I have to. But I have to. I have to.
There's no benefit from it. Don't.
It is a benefit.
There's no benefit.
It is a
There's
benefit.
no benefit.
I gotta make another little handsome nigga like me.
Hey, it's a whole lot more to it than that, nigga. Look, shit.
I respect that, but these are different times, bro.
No, the reason I gotta
man.
the reason I at least gotta have a son. I'm the last to carry my father's name, so my father was a great man.
That.
So I gotta have at least a son.
Man, you better hurry up for the knees go bad.
Yeah, I was about to say, you better hurry get rolling. You a little late for that one, brother.
Hey, listen, Hugh Hefner did it. Hugh Hefner did it. I could do it too.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
there you go.
Hey, Reflection.
Didn't Too Short advocate at 50?
Yeah, but that's different. That nigga a millionaire. He can hire help, nigga.
It's all right. My millions is coming, nigga. My millions is coming, nigga. My millions might happen right on the I Stand on It podcast.
That's right. And he's standing on it. Hey, Reflection. Everybody be trying to hate on you, but look, somebody already commented talking about it ain't no show without Reflection.
Hey. I'm here, baby. Hey, your podcast says, and I stand on it. That's all I'm doing. All I'm doing.
Well, shit, man, we go jump into it, man. Hey, so Holla, tell me, bro, man, why? Tell me why niggas is spending so much money, man, but don't own nothing. Why we got all the Mercedes Benzes and shit, but niggas ain't got no house, man? How we got the chains, bro, and they even got a bank account?
Because we are brainwashed. We are brainwashed. We are led to believe that we are supposed to be out here buying every goddamn thing. We're led to believe we're being directed to spend our money in places to make other people wealthy rather than spend money to make ourselves wealthy for the future. And the problem, one of the things that I feel like that the powers that be, they realize one thing is that instant gratification rules the world. Everybody wants instant gratification. Everybody wants things to happen.
Like having sex.
Right. They want, it's like everybody want to hit the lotto. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to hit the lotto. Nobody want to work for it.
We want that nut quick.
Right.
We want that financial nut quick. We want the jewels. We want the diamonds. We want that CEO job. But we fail to forget what it takes to get to that level.
Right. But
that's crazy.
That's just an illusion, man. That's
not the reality. It's not a reality because it's an actual achievement, though. There's an actual achievement of getting jewels. That's an actual achievement of getting that Lexus or that Mercedes. That's an actual reality.
That's only achievement to motherfuckers who ain't got it. That's only achievement. So
No.
It's only an achievement.
So you telling me the president don't got that?
Don't got the money to
So
get
you telling me the president don't have that limousine? The president don't have that entourage? Or that whole caravan?
That's
a reality. It's not an illusion.
That's a starter kit, man. Listen, man.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
no,
it's
not.
That's part of the costume, man. That's part of the performance.
How is okay? So if you look at how the kings of old lived, they was living in a starter kit era.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. You said the president and the limousine and all that.
That's not. But you equated the president to a starter kit. How is the president level a starter kit?
I'm talking about as far as the shit that come along with it. That's part of the makeup. That's part of the package. When you become president.
But you said it's an illusion, brother. That's not an illusion.
What I'm saying, the illusion is that we think that because a nigga got a chain or a nigga got a Benz, he made it. That shit ain't realistic. That ain't realistic. Because we know plenty of niggas that done flipped Benzes and bought chains and was pawning shit and selling shit weeks and months afterwards. We see it too often.
But there's levels that come with that.
It's a false representation that keeps our people behind, bro, because the majority of the people who are seeking just that, they don't know the realities behind financial literacy. You understand what I'm saying? So they moving straight into the direction. You see it every year. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Every year when motherfuckers get their taxes, they go buy a goddamn 2005 Mercedes, a 2006, some shit that was 10, 15, 20. You understand what I'm saying? Because just that little token alone gives them the false belief that they done made it. You see it all the time. Motherfucker grabbing a goddamn BMW with 130-something thousand, 140,000 miles on that motherfucker already. When all the shit about to go out, that's when you see them out there on the little cheap lots. You feel me? But that's a symbol. Okay,
so I'm establish this. If you out here putting in work, right? You working your 9 to 5, you working your whatever job you're doing, or you've applied yourself. What is your financial splurge? Because we got to keep it a buck. Niggas is buying chains.
I'm gonna tell you, your financial splurge should be anything that doesn't have you living above your means. So if it works for your budget and you living realistically, whatever the fuck you want to get is what you can get. If it's within the means. And what I mean by that is you can't live in no goddamn apartment complex and pull up in a goddamn Bentley. That's priorities fucked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just on some real shit. So you can't say my financial splurge is whatever I want, because if you live in ass backwards, none of that shit make no sense. Like we was talking about yesterday, that some of the fanciest cars are in the most fucked up neighborhoods. Why is that? Because it's a token. That ain't no goddamn achievement. That's a token. Those are tokens. Those are trinkets. So motherfuckers that really got money.
So you have to ask yourself, so if you work in a regular job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you get the incentive to come to that job the next day and the next day and the next day? What are you doing with your finances? What are you doing with your finances to inspire you to put in work at this 9 to 5 job? You're gonna seek vanity outlets. Everybody has a vanity outlet. You can't say everything you apply your money to is responsible spending. And I have to keep it a buck. You can't say everything that you apply your money to is responsible. You gotta have something that you're applying your money to that's a vanity expense.
Well, it depends on the individual though. So, because some people are enlightened by blowing their money as soon as they get it. Some people get money, burn a hole in their pocket, bro. As soon as they get some money, they got to go spend it, and then be broke to the motherfucker for the next 2 weeks waiting on the goddamn paycheck. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, you see too many motherfuckers like that on a regular basis, bro. And it's because a lot of times it comes from if you was raised with nothing, then when you get something, first of all, you was never taught financial literacy. In the Black community, that's something that's rarely discussed. It's rarely discussed. When you was growing up, you couldn't tell me 5 Black people you knew or 5 Black friends that all own their homes or some shit like that. Like that shit just started kind of coming along as people started getting in different eras of the game. Yeah, some of the older folks might have owned their cribs and was able to pass them down, but for the most part, we not taught that shit. we be in situations where a motherfucker got on $20,000 worth of jewelry and then gotta do a goddamn GoFundMe to bury their loved ones, you know, in the midst of them walking around with her jewelry on and everything else.
So let me ask you a question, and this is the whole panel as black men. What is your targeted conversation with your son or your daughter to inspire them to go out and get a regular job or to go out and achieve a 9-to-5, whatever that job is? What do you tell them to inspire them to stay consistent at that job at that normal level when they're around everything materialistic? So they're growing up in a materialistic world. We got to be honest. We're growing up in a materialistic world. How do you combat that with your own kids?
People don't go to work every day so they can think about the material shit they can buy. I think first and foremost, if you live on your own, you go to work. You go to work to keep them lights on first. You know what I'm saying?
No,
that's got to happen first.
Like that's
what I mean
first.
about priorities.
I'm going to work every day to find out how can I live what that white man is living. How can I live what my neighbor is living?
That's not what you said.
I'm not going to work to waste my time.
You said, why do people go to work? What's their motivation? The motivation is to have your own shit.
Yeah.
As a man, you know what I mean?
So you're just paying bills. But you're just paying bills.
Not true. Paid your bills don't mean that's all you doing. Like 80 just said, niggas want to stack money too.
I said
burgers are in the
like
when you look at the employment level and what they're only paying you, it's just paying your bills. What's the incentive for that dude?
That depends on what job you got, man.
Yeah.
It depends on what you make. Everybody don't make the same amount of money.
And everybody's expenses ain't the same neither.
Ain't the same either. A lot of us don't chase the same shit. Yeah, now, I want to ask this question real quick to answer your question about what you tell your sons. I told my son the first thing was not to go spending your money on women. I think when we young, that's what we get caught up in first.
Yeah.
Nigga, we trying to buy the clothes, press the women. We in the club trying to press the women. Think about when we was 21 years old and the way you was spending your bread. You know what I mean? As we get older as men, things start to change. We start to become responsible with our money. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Like when I was saying in other shows, I don't go on dates. Reason for that is because I don't want to blow no money for no fucking reason. That's why, if it's a pointless date. You know, so I think if we reel it in on how we spending it and pay attention to what you spending it on, because like, think about this. How many dudes you used to know when we was younger move in with the bride to have a place over their head, a roof over their head? She get mad and kick you out. This bum ass nigga had nowhere to go. All he did was walk down the sidewalk with that garbage bag, and then nothing there with Jordans and some clothes.
Okay, right. You're right. That's a good point. So what is your splurge? So you working this 9-to-5, right? You're doing this overnight shift, and there's no inspiration, right? And when you get this check, and all of your money goes to bills, it goes to child support. What is your splurge that inspires you to keep going back to this job? And I have to play the devil's advocate because a lot of niggas are working their ass off and they're not seeing no profit.
Got you.
And no turn in the work that they're putting in.
If you say what makes me keep going to work every day is so I ain't got to depend on nobody else. Because I'm out here by myself. I ain't got nobody to fall back on. So that's my motivation.
So that's a plus. But what is your splurge to inspire you? Everybody got to have something that inspires them to keep doing the hamster wheel. We all in the hamster wheel. What inspires you to get in that wheel knowing you're not going nowhere, right? You're only paying for what you have and what you're trying to ascertain and what you're paying for. You're not paying for extras.
That's not true.
I think you're using the wrong word by saying inspire.
Yeah.
I said a hamster wheel.
Hamster wheel. Inspiration is something that I feel like if you want to start your own business, you're inspired by somebody by starting your own business. But I think the wrong word is inspired is the wrong word. I think
that's a strong word. What's inspiring you to go to work every day? You have to go to work
but-
every day. What's inspiring you to do that? Just to pay your bills. That's what you're going to work for. Let's
I
keep it a
think the
buck.
word would be
Niggas is
what
not
drives you.
Niggas is not going to work to go to the Bahamas.
I would
They're
say
not
the
going to work
word
to go
is,
to Hawaii. You're going
but
to
I would
work to
say
pay
we'll
your
go to.
rent.
I would say the word is what drives you to go to work. What
It's the
pushes you
same thing.
to go to work?
Okay, so
I
what
don't think
drives
it's
you?
this. I
So
don't think.
what
I don't
drives you
think.
to go to work? Wait, what drives you to go to work to pay something outside of your bills? Because that's all we're paying is bills. They
That's
got
not
this shit
true.
so fucked up. We're not making overage. We're only paying our bills with
That's
these
what we
jobs.
we
You
grind
thinking
for the
about somebody
overage.
that got a cap on their income and they only make enough that's barely surviving. Again, we all don't make the same amount of money. Like
for real.
our check, just to get a paycheck, to mean all your check go just to 100% of your bills. Niggas still got bread left over.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? I'm not
So
scraping to get by. Like I'm not.
So we're talking about a selected few that's only making this certain amount of dollars that's paying outside of their expenses, right? So we're talking about I'm talking about the common man. I'm talking about the man that's
as the common man, as a man in general, you shouldn't need no motherfucking inspiration to take your ass to work because you know you gotta go. If you I mean, I don't think there's really no thought put in it, but providing if like what drives me?
No. I'm not saying you need inspiration to take your ass to work. What is your indulgence inspiration to inspire you to keep working? Because you're just paying bills. What are you getting outside of your bill? So what are you getting outside of your bill?
Why you keep going to work? So I got a bed. So I ain't homeless.
But that's not
So I got to live off
that's
abroad.
the bill. That's
So I got
a
to live
bill,
off
Ben.
abroad. So I can't be controlled by a woman because I'm in her
That's why I'm
house.
telling you the word inspire
What are
is
you?
the wrong word to
What's
use.
inspiring you to progress yourself forward outside of your need? There's a need and there's a want. What is your wants? What is your wants in life? What do you want in life?
Wait, hold on.
It's not a bill.
Wait, hold on, real quick. The question of the show is, what is black people spending their money on, and why we lack wealth?
Yes,
I think we kind of spinning away
you're
from what the
lacking wealth
topic
because
is.
they're spending. We're lacking wealth because we're spending money on what we want. We want the chains. We want the Michael Jordans. We want.
Why? Why?
Because you want to be inspired to stay consistent on what you're working at. You go to a 9-to-5 job every day. What's your inspiration in moving forward with what you're trying to achieve?
You're looking at work. We got people that don't got jobs still buying Jordans. Why are they spending their money on the Jordans and not having assets? That's the question. Now who got 9-to-5s? You could be in the street hustling to get money all day. And you still buying jewelry, designer clothes, cars, rims, but you don't have a house. You not
But you know what separates them people from us is because they don't have nothing to lose. They don't have a job.
Inspire.
Is looking over my shoulder and they ain't got to worry about going to jail tomorrow.
The word inspire is the wrong word because inspire. The definition of inspire is someone with the urge or ability to do to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. That's what inspire means.
So it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's the same thing.
Because you're not doing nothing creative. You're going to work. So what drives you? What drives you to go to work? You're not being creative. You going to work and working a 9-to-5. It's already created. Whoever created the job, whoever created it, that's who created it. They were inspired by making. They was inspired by making the business. They was inspired by making the business. You going to work. The word is what drives you to go to work. It's not inspired.
Check this. No, listen. Everybody has an inspiration to right because they know they need gas in their car. need their cell phone paid for, right? So everybody has that normal drive. But what's your indulgent inspiration to continue to do that?
But you're
what I'm
using
saying.
the wrong. I'm telling you. I just read the definition. You're using the wrong word. I just read the definition.
How am I using the wrong word?
You got
because by you going to work, you're not a creator. That inspire is to be inspired by
you said,
creating.
like you said, for somebody to start in the business,
I've never been inspired to go to work, homie. I've never been inspired to go to work.
You mean motivated?
I've never been inspired.
You being motivated, man.
You're using the wrong word.
Wait. You know why? So when you wake up, you have to have a reason why you want to get up and go to work to apply yourself.
That word is
there
what
has to be some
you
energy
to go to work.
It's the same reason. The same reason to go to work every day was the same reason why you apply for that job. You know what I'm saying? That's why I go. I don't want to be homeless.
For that job, Benz, because you needed that job.
No,
there
you
was no
applied for the job
to
so
get
I could
that
be a
job.
man and handle my own shit. That's why.
Right. So it was on a regular level. You needed that job. There's a difference between a need and a want.
No, let me tell you, no, that's not true.
Job.
That's not true. That's not true. I moved to Vegas and got a job because I was trying to get out of that music shit because I got burnt out on it and I didn't want to do it no more. I felt like I was babysitting grown men. So I was looking for a change in life, a career change. That's why I got a job. I was already living comfortable in San Francisco. You know how much that costs without a 9-to-5. I did something different. Did I make less money picking up the job at first? Yeah, I did. But I'm not where I started. Nigga got promoted hella fast within a year, and now I'm in a damn near top position. That's why I'm always traveling for work now. I like what I do. That's why I go to work. Okay, I like living alone. That's why I do what I do. I can pay my bills. That's why. I don't got to look over my shoulder. I don't got to worry about when a dollar coming in again.
That's facts. That's mad love. That's mad love. But I got to speak for the niggas. That's not a choice job, right? That's not a choice job, right?
Yeah, it's a choice job. If you're there by choice,
it's not a choice job. Nobody is working a job that they want to work. We're working a job that we have to work. We're not working a job that we want to work.
Look, I'm trying to figure out, because it looks like we've been on this for 23 minutes. What does that got to do with black people spending money and not getting no wealth is what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm telling you what that money is going to. The money is going to their wants.
It's not about a want. You got look. Let me tell you something.
In life,
if you got a job,
responsibilities.
We got to see this. Hey, y'all, I got this. Because see, this is going back to the last episode. Because this is the same guy that was asking us about credit and how credit works. If I got a damn job, I can show proof of income. If I got proof of income, I can pay for bills. If I can pay for bills, my credit is good. If my credit is good, I can buy a house. I don't know too many niggas on the block buying houses.
Yeah.
You can go buy an 05 Mercedes and put rims on it all day. You can buy designer clothes, you can buy gold chain, but you can't get no house.
No,
niggas don't want a house.
Please don't. No.
That's the point. That's what we trying to get to.
Please don't say they don't want a house, because I'm telling you right now. All these Negroes that watch rap videos and movies. I know you could sit in a room full of black niggas and they're gonna say, "Oh, that house is fire. I like that house. Oh, look at this house. Oh, I'm telling you right now." Don't tell me these niggas don't want a house.
The black man's pursuit.
It's not they don't want a house. It's not that they don't want a house. They not educated in the sense to even buy a house. They're not even. It's not that they don't want it, because they definitely. If I tell you right now, if you tell me niggas don't want a house, and I go right now and I say, yo, I'll give you this house. I'll give you this house. You think they're not going to take that house? Yeah, they're going to take the house. They're
gonna take a house. They're gonna take the house because it's a spot to hibernate. Niggas is looking for a spot to hibernate. They're not looking for a spot to build. They're not.
Hey, They're
looking for a spot to hibernate.
Nigga,
Hey y'all, I just want y'all to know this is real. This ain't scripted, y'all. This is real.
They're not looking for. They're not looking. Okay, go ahead.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out. We come from a culture that doesn't necessarily give us the instructions or the blueprint on how to be financially set as we come into adults. A lot of people, they have to go through a lot of different things financially to find out what it is to even put themselves in a better situation for the long haul, right? So that's a lot of that is culturally embedded into different races, to different cultures. For us, we a majority of our people, they get money, they spend money. They don't establish credit. They don't know how to invest. They want to show how much money they got. A lot of motherfuckers don't have. Why do you think all the check cashing places be in the hood?
I have an answer to that.
You don't see no
niggas are looking for instant gratification. It's like fucking a bitch.
You don't see.
If you're looking for instant gratification,
you never see a check cashing
that's what
place in a
that's what we're looking for.
Listen, what I'm telling you though, you never see a check cashing place in a rich neighborhood. You don't, because don't nobody in no fucking rich neighborhood got to go cash the check because they got fucking accounts. They got direct deposit. They got savings accounts. They got CDs. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you got to understand what you can only adapt to the things that you're exposed to. Our people aren't exposed to that on a regular basis. So it's a lot of learning curves that we got to get put in position. There's a lot of people that don't know nothing about.
So let me ask you this: if I'm trying to sell you something, what do you think the first thing you're going to respond to me about? What's the first thing you think you're going to ask me? If I approach you and I'm trying to sell you something, the first thing you're going to say is, "How much is it?" That's the first thing you're going to say.
Depending if it's something I want though. Because 9 times out of 10, I won't even let you get that close to tell me that you got something.
So niggas don't want the jewels? So you just answered my question. You just answered my question. So these niggas don't want the jewels? They don't want this fictitious lifestyle with the Mercedes Benz? They do. They don't want the Range Rover?
They do.
So you just answered my question.
So hold on. So you telling me, so now listen to how you contradicting yourself. You telling me that niggas want all this other materialistic stuff that rich people got, but they don't want a house.
They don't. They don't, because the house, they can't take the house with them. They can't take the house in the club. They can't take the house when they're trying to.
They're not.
They can't bring that house. They can't bring that car with them inside the crib.
But
the house want what's with them personally. Them jewels is with them personally. The clothes that they wearing, that they spending mad money on.
So hold on. So you telling me?
So you telling me? Look how much Lil Meat just spent on jeans.
So you telling me? Hold on. So you telling me?
Because he knew he was going to meet people personally.
Okay, so listen.
Basis.
So where do most rappers and a lot of athletes come from? They come from the hood, right? And the minute they get some money, what do they do? They go buy a house out the hood, right? Okay, so if niggas didn't want a house,
they don't buy a house. They buy jewels.
Niggas don't be like, oh, I bought my mother a house.
They don't. What? Their mother don't get that house until they get on.
That's the first investment that most successful young black brothers, when they very first reach the pinnacle of their success or the first piece of success, usually the very first thing they do is buy their moms a house.
And they move out the hood.
And move out the hood.
Not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
But we talk about we not talking about the average dope dealer. We're not talking about the average street nigga. We talking about motherfuckers with some credentials, motherfuckers that made it somewhere. Separated themselves.
But 80, let's be real, 80. Let's be real. If the dude hustling, if he that dude, he get up out the hood too.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I mean, because the moral of going to work, like you said, pushing the drive, or whether you hustling in the street, is to elevate yourself. At some point, it's about elevation, and unfortunately, sometimes for the majority of our culture, elevation looks like it comes in the form of a new chain. It comes in the form of a new Mercedes. It comes a lot of materialistic bullshit.
You niggas are capping. There's no inspiration working at a McDonald's. There's no inspiration working at a Target.
If you getting up every day going
Walmart.
there, you have your own inspiration. What inspires you might not inspire somebody else. What inspires somebody else might not inspire you. Because where you at might be totally different from where that person is at. You got to think about it.
Most niggas that apply for a job, they're just trying to get a job. Keep it a buck.
Yeah,
we're just trying to get a job.
Because they're trying to get
some money. We're not trying to get that job.
That's not true,
we're just trying
man.
to get a job. So when we get that regular job, there's nothing that inspires us. So now you have different.
This nigga keep using this.
That's not true, man. You think you're too simple-minded, bro, on some real shit. Because you said I'm gonna go back to your word, inspire. Why do people have inspired to work a job 9 to 5? You don't know if some niggas inspired to work a job because they're inspired to have a stepping stone to get into another profession and work their way up and get somewhere bigger. He might just need the job right now as he's waiting for the real job that he wants. That's coming. Like, it's all different reasons.
Or
not everybody's in the job just because
the goal might be to work. So the goal might be to work that job and stack some bread and start his own company.
That's what I'm saying. You got, even on some street shit, we knew, check this out, even on some street shit, we knew niggas that got jobs temporarily just to get a couple of paychecks so they can go do their own thing. We knew people that used to go to college just to get the financial aid real quick, and they dropped out of college because they got that big stack and that loan money to start whatever it is that they was doing, selling Jordans, be a club promoter, t-shirt man, buy a couple of pounds of weed back in the day.
Yeah, that nigga named off my whole shit.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I did. Everything you said was everything I did.
So people got reasons, man. But I do want to talk about why are black people spending money, man? That's what I want to talk about. We haven't even touched on it. Why are we spending, and where does it come from? Where does it come from?
We're seeking. We desire a vanity lifestyle, and we want it now. We don't want it later. There's instant gratification with a lot of niggas, with a lot of Negroes, black people. We want instant gratification. We don't want to work up to that. We want it now. So our expectation is different from the Caucasian man. The Caucasian man, he already have a green light, right? His resume looks different from ours. If you go apply for as a construction worker, as a Caucasian gentleman, you're already halfway in the door. If you go apply with that same job as a nigger or a black man, you got to show and prove. What does your resume look like? And I know this for a fact. My first job was Walmart. And it was because of my brother that had put in work at Walmart and he already established himself that they brought me on. But they didn't give me no passes. So I'm saying the jobs that we're pursuing is not the jobs that we want to put our persistence in and elevate in our life in. They're just
you talking about people. You talking about people that are probably living below poverty, man, that need a job, working at a Walmart and a McDonald's. And I think you too focused on those kind of people. We're talking about black people. We're talking about culture. You got all kind of different black people. You know what I'm saying? You got people with a strong resume. You got black people with degrees. You focusing on the blacks down here. You're not thinking about.
But that's where it counts. It's the bottom where it counts because it goes to the top, right?
Well, a lot of times they work the jobs they got because they have no experience. They have no education. It's a lot of reasons why they have them jobs. You know what I'm saying?
I think what Stephanie said was on point with her comment. It's a lot of bad habits. It's motherfuckers got a lot of bad habits, man. And whether
that's fact.
Yeah. You know, the hanging out, the clubbing.
Gratification is what y'all don't want to talk about.
Because everything ain't about just that.
But I said that in the beginning.
It's it's a collectiveness of bad habits that just flourish into to generation to generation. If you seen the generation before you spending their money on bullshit and doing this and doing like that, 9 times out of 10, that's what you're gonna do too. Because nobody said to you, hey, you need to take a little bit of this money and put this up every month from your paycheck and save this money and get you a savings account. Like, we had to learn that shit on our own, bro. Like, nobody pulled us to the side and said any of that. So
okay, so
a lot of it is
get
the
a
bad
job,
habits. Motherfuckers drinking, motherfuckers smoking cigarettes, motherfuckers smoking weed, motherfuckers gotta have this, gotta have that. Like I told you the other day, motherfuckers will piece up on a goddamn booth, you know what I mean, to go sit and hang out at the club and get drunk and pop bottles and shit, but you can't even get them same people to come together to invest in a business. That's a terrible mindset to have. Because at the end of the day, a lot of times motherfuckers spend money like they get it like that all the time. Like when the PPP loans and you know, our motherfuckers get their taxes, or you know what I mean, and that's how you could tell what type of fucked up spending habits we got. Because from the end of February to the goddamn end of March or beginning of April, the clubs be lit. The club be lit. If it ain't already lit where you at, it definitely be lit at that point. You understand what I'm saying? And who be in there? It be us popping bottles, acting like we got like it just come this often. Motherfucker gonna waited a whole year to get their little 7 bands back.
So you just proved my point.
Motherfucker gonna wait a whole year to get their little 3,500 back.
Right. So
you know what I mean?
So we're
you know what I mean?
So black people are the top consumers. This is the topic, right?
Yeah.
Why are we the top consumers, right? Because we want that immediate. So let me ask you a question. Would you prefer to get paid every week or every 2 weeks?
Every week.
Don't matter.
You want no.
Don't matter.
I like every week.
I get paid.
Let me ask you a question.
I get paid every week.
Why it don't matter?
It's gonna be the same amount of money if they pay me in 2 weeks. I'm just getting half of it this week and another half next week.
But
it's still the same dollar amount if I put it together.
This week.
Huh?
I can't wait 2 weeks. I need my phone bill paid this week, and you want to pay me in 2 weeks?
Well, you should have paid it with the last check.
Yeah, you gotta be. You gotta be on point with it. Hey,
you gotta be on financial literacy.
But see, that's a direct reflection though. That's kind of what we're talking about right there. A nigga can't wait 2 weeks to get his shit done because he don't know how to budget his money and finance his money.
He don't know how to budget.
He don't know how to finance his money. You gotta. No. That takes financial planning. If you know you don't get paid, but every other goddamn week, on that first week before it's time for your bill, you should have that money already put to the side. But see, niggas don't think like that, and that's why niggas be running around here making payments on the goddamn phone, on the electric bill, and all type of other bullshit. Calling the nigga and they shit is cut off for 3 days because they had to wait until they got paid instead of knowing that with the second pay cycle, I got to pay for something at the beginning of the month. I got at the second pay cycle is when if you don't know how to manage, and we don't. It's not even a knock on nobody. It's nothing that we get taught until you get put in that situation. I can guarantee you that all 4 of us damn near on this panel right now had no financial understanding until we actually got our hands on enough money to understand how to make it work and how to make it work for us. You understand what I'm saying? Didn't nobody teach us that shit? I know I didn't. Nobody taught me that shit growing up. I had to run through bags to realize.
And we went to Roseville and nobody taught us that shit.
You understand? You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you.
Okay, so the elephant in the room is nobody wants to work a job. Nobody wants to work, right?
No, people want to work, but people,
I don't want to work.
Thing. No, that's you. Can I talk? Can I talk?
I don't want to work.
Can I talk? People want to work. There are people that like to be construction workers. There are people that want to be cops. There are people that want to be firemen. There are people that want to work at the post office. There are people that want to be managers of a food chain. There are people that want to work for McDonald's and work their way up. There are people that want to work for Foot Locker and work their way up. There are people that do want to work. There are people that do need a job because they don't want the responsibility of owning anything or managing anybody. Some people really just want to go to work and go home. There are people out there that do not want to, that enjoy their job. There are people out there that enjoy what they do. Not
Yeah.
everybody, but there are people
Okay, so
out
let
there
me
that
ask you.
enjoy
So
what
let me
they
ask you a
do.
question.
There are people
What's
that
the
go there with a smile on their face every day.
Yeah.
okay? So let me ask you a question. What's the perks of being a manager?
You get paid more.
What's the
That's
perks of
it.
being an
I mean,
owner?
that's I mean, that's
Wait. Okay, you answer. You answer that. So now answer me. What's the perks of being an owner?
you get paid more.
What's
I
your
mean,
point?
shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the point is.
Are you still working as a manager, and are you still working as an owner?
Hell yeah.
It
If you the
depends on
owner,
it
you
depends
still
on
managing the business still. Who you think
if you
teaching the
scaled your
manager?
business,
Yeah.
if you
You
scaled your
still got to
business,
manage
it's
the
not
books.
working as hard.
Why are you working as an owner?
Because you got to work to keep your shit
It's
going.
your business.
It's your business. Yeah, exactly. Like
No,
now you
nigga,
ain't now
that's
you
your
probably ain't
business.
doing the
First of
grinding.
all,
Now you
it
probably
depends on your business.
yeah,
Rick Ross is not cooking wings right now. He
yeah,
got a bunch of wing stops.
You just answered my question.
What are you
yeah.
He's
talking
not
about?
cooking wings. You know, I
Yeah,
go to
he's
the
an owner.
But there's still work behind it. So what you saying is ain't
There's
nobody
So
still
what
doing
does
the
he
grind.
work.
have to
He's
do?
not
He doesn't
there.
have to. He's not in the restaurant cooking wings, but he does other work. He got
He
to
got to
make
be
sure
behind. He got to. There is some work
he's
involved
making the
because you.
deals.
Yeah. You gotta still. You're still doing the leg work. You still making sure the admin shit is going. I mean, a motherfucker. You're not gonna be successful without putting no work in. So at the end of the day, yeah, when you're an owner, you hire people to do the majority of the grunt work, the shit you
You
don't want to
scale your
do.
business. You
Yeah,
scale the business.
but you still got to be involved.
I know, but
America's top consumers will always be Negro. It will always be black. Why? Because we're not who we want to be right now. And if we can fake right now, we're gonna fake right now, and that's why we're the top consumers.
I don't. What do you?
That's why we're the top consumers because
Are
we
you
want
preaching?
right now.
But you're preaching to the choir. I said
yeah,
that already.
we just went through all that we already know.
No,
We
no,
ain't
we didn't.
disagreeing with what you were saying.
I said
No,
that. I said
You
that in
said
the
that.
beginning.
no. I said we want instant gratification, and you
Yes.
guys
I said
deflected
that in
that.
the beginning. That's the first. That's one of the first things I said.
Ben said, why are we out buying chains and sneakers and
Yes.
cars?
That's the question.
Listen, reflection. What I'm saying to you is when we
Because we
started this
don't want to
conversation.
work for it.
Hold on. Reflection. What I said to you 40 something minutes ago, what I said in this, when Ben said to me, "Yo, Rel, what's your opinion on the topic?" One of the first things I said was instant gratification. Niggas is out here, everybody trying to get a lottery ticket. That's one of the first things I said.
Okay, so you can't blame them for that.
You said what?
You can't,
You
you
breaking
can't
up.
blame them for that. So any
No,
nigga that's getting a
I
9 to
didn't
5
say
job,
nothing about you can't blame them. I didn't say nothing
right?
about you can't blame them. They gotta take all the accountability. Because at the end of the day, if you're not progressing to be better, that's on you as an individual. So if the black community is not trying to do more than what they're doing, that falls back on the black community.
Right.
That
So
they need to
you're
take
right.
the
You're
blame.
right. So but that's why I'm saying their priority is not a house. Their priority
No,
is to live day to
no.
day. Wait. Their priority is to live day to day where they want to be right now. So they
No,
want to
it's not
live
their
every day.
priority. It's not about the priority. It's the lack of education about finance. It's the lack of education about even purchasing a house. You know why they?
Okay,
It's the same. Same reason. It's the same reason why majority of black people won't even go in Robin Hood and just, or even Acorn. Let's not even say Robin Hood, because Acorn will do it for you. That people won't go in Acorn and put $5 in Acorn just to start some kind of investment. They won't take $5, but they'll take $5 and go get some grabber to go put with they whatchamacallit, to go put with they roll up their weed.
Niggas will spend $300 to go sit on the goddamn bench and drink a bottle at the goddamn club, man.
Right.
Because you get it right now, and I can show it off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Okay, so do y'all think the top consumers are uneducated?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yes.
When it comes to finances,
when it comes to finances,
yeah. Because
what inspires those top consumers outside of vanity reasons? Because if I'm one of those individuals, I'm going after everything vain I can get my hands a hold of. And I'm not getting it from a job. I'm getting it from food stamps. I'm getting it from the streets. I'm getting it from everything that I can catapult myself and propel myself forward. And it's not coming from a job. And that's why I'm going to be one of those top consumers. Because I don't have the financial education to get it the way y'all get it.
Well,
or the know-how.
Or the know-how. You know what I'm saying?
To do what needs to be done with it. I think the bottom line to all of it really is this, man. We got to change the cycle. That's why I spent a lot of time explaining to my sons about assets and liabilities, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? The shit that wasn't getting talked to us. They didn't preach that to us. They didn't teach that to us. And it takes
this nigga Marshall said butter and guns.
Guns and butter. I'm telling you, hey, real shit. Hey, but that's where the biggest deal comes in at. I think even for us to bring awareness to it, even us doing this podcast, it sheds a little bit of light maybe on some things that people wasn't thinking about. You know what I mean? Life insurance and things like that, or 401k, things like that. It's so much that our culture don't really get a chance to grasp on, because those things haven't been set as a priority. What the priorities always is, obviously, like we said in discussion, is from the beginning of the discussion was, you know, paying your bills, making sure you got a roof over your head, making sure the lights is on, making sure you got food. If you got kids,
and that's where it ends.
It don't have. It only ends right there if you're not putting yourself in position to have more than that. So you got to think about that. A lot of people don't have the same desires. So the things that might make your environment, your day-to-day environment, up to your standard, that shit might be a low ball to somebody else, but to somebody else, you might be living like a goddamn king. It all depends on each individual situation.
Your thing going in and out.
We can't hear you.
Yo, you remixing.
You
remixing. You auto
remixing. And your face froze.
You should screenshot that pic right there. Good Lord.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Boy.
Can you hear me now?
Oh boy, you had the Ren and Stimpy lips, nigga.
Can you hear me now? Okay, can y'all hear me?
That nigga had the Ren and Stimpy. Oh shit.
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
Oh shit.
That mother was
3.5.
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
3.5, dude.
Okay. Can y'all hear me now?
Oh shit.
Do y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. All right.
God.
Okay. So
hey, hold on. Hey, hold on. Replay. The nigga Don say, instead of you buying gold pot, you need to invest into a better motive. You know what I'm saying? So there you go, financial literacy.
Yeah.
You can't handle no business without the internet, man. No Wi-Fi, no business. Hell
Hey,
no.
check it. All right, let me ask y'all. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Okay, when we finish school, right? As Negroes, as niggas, when we finish school, do we think we pursue life in the same direction as when Caucasian people finish school?
No.
No, no,
Thank you
no.
for being
I
honest.
clearly say,
Thank
I
you for being
clearly,
honest.
and this goes back to whether you was raised in an urban community or a suburban community. That's what I really think that falls back on, because if the environment you're in, if you're in an environment where they're doing certain things, applying for certain colleges, their parents treat them a certain way, and you and your family members is trying to fit in the same way, right? It's influence, right? So if your parents is in a suburban community and the people they're around, and they these are now their friends, and they're having certain conversations, that's only going to trickle down on domino effect on the kids, right? So in the urban community, the conversation is, you turn 18, what you about to do? Because you can't, either if you ain't, you got to do something. You ain't
Yeah.
staying here, you ain't
See,
going to
see,
college, what you doing?
see hey, so to touch on that, what's crazy is, like, growing up, that's how it was for us. But as a father, I know goddamn well ain't no 18-year-old ready just to move out into that real world just how it
Exactly.
is like that. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Unless they earn. So, like, for me specifically, you know what I'm saying, my boys, you know, they all college bound, or, you know what I'm saying, or working, or whatever the deal is. But I never put that on to where, you know, when you 18, you got to just go. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now we gon' now college don't be for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, but you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to contribute. You're gonna have to do something. You know what I mean? But I know how it is at 18. Motherfuckers be 25 and they ain't got it figured out.
Right.
It's
That's a fact.
motherfuckers same age as us who ain't got it figured out.
But
So I know
and this
goddamn
is,
well, I know damn well at 18 that
and here's the
motherfuckers not
thing
ready to
too.
go.
If you think about it, right? Like, there's no way. Even, let's just say my kid wants to be a doctor. Let's say I have a kid, they want to be a doctor. I'm not rushing them out the house. I'm not
Nah,
rushing them out the house
nah,
until they have until they're set in their job. Because
yeah,
even when you with your residency, you're not making no money.
yeah,
And you could that you damn by the time you do all the schooling you got to do and your resident, you're gonna be damn near 30 years old.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not rushing my kid to go out there. They got to figure it out. Like, no, I want
Not
you
at
in
eight,
this house. Let me
not at
check your. I
18.
want to check your account. I want to check your account to see if you got when you ready to buy a house. I need to see when you ready to buy a house. Until then, sit your ass down.
Yeah,
Okay,
unless you
most black people feel like if they can pay for it on credit, they're gonna buy it. If you
And
can
that's
rent
wrong
to
too.
own, if you can rent to own, I don't rent to own. If I don't have the money to get it, I'm not getting it. And that's what fucks up a lot of Negroes. So this go back to the major topic. A lot of black folks out here is buying into renting, and they don't own it, and then they get behind on payments. They don't have money management, and now it translates to fuck up their credit. So you have to go back to understanding, what are you applying your money to? So it goes back to the topic. Why are we
right,
the consumer? Why are we the majority of the consumer? Because people understand the in the process of the dollar.
you gotta fix your right. You gotta
Why?
fix your right.
Why is you not consuming the right internet? That's what I want to know.
It's go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, but y'all niggas are stupid. Hey,
Did you get your laugh?
hey, but that's
Did
what it
you get
all
your laugh?
that's what it all boils down. That's what it all boils down to, man. At the end of the day, We got to do better at teaching the next generation
That's
on
all
how
it
to
is.
make smart moves. We can't let them get bamboozled by the shit they seeing online and the shit they seeing in the videos and the false representation of success. Personally, I know, like with all my kids, you know what I mean? They all push for them to go to college. Every one of my kids have had the opportunity to go to college or at college or on their way to college, and all of them full ride scholarships for the most part. You know what I mean? But I got kids at TSU, I got kids at Prairie View, I got kids, you know what I'm saying? So I got kids on their way to college, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So that's kind of the goal that we set, the bar that we set here is to be able to put yourself in position to get your education paid for, so you can go get your degree. And if you end up not going to college, then we're gonna make sure before you leave that you got your license, your bank account, you're working on your credit, you got money saved up for you to move, you got to have a vehicle. So that's why when I say, like, I'm living this shit every day on how to change the generational curse of making sure that my kids can be in a better situation going forward than the shit that I was being taught, because nobody taught me none of that shit. I got 2 boys in high school right now. They both work, they both sports full time, they both good grades all the way through, and they save their little money. You know what I mean? They got their little direct. They got their little direct. Hold on. They got their little direct deposits. They got money in their savings, not from what Pops is generating and saying, okay, well, I'm gonna put this in here for you. No, that comes from them getting off their ass and working.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got a 17 and an 8. I got a 17 and an 8-year-old, a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old that go to work every day, going to school, going to football practice, and still stacking up their own little money on the side.
Okay, so
on their way to college. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So all of those accolades you just named, and that's mad love, mad respect for that. All those accolades you just named, how does that translate when they go out? How do people see all those accolades? If they don't see those through jewelry and the shoes they got on and the clothes they wear, they're just another John Doe.
No, that's the point. That's the whole point. That's what that's the curse he's trying to break.
Yeah.
He teaching the responsibility and not to be the ignorant ass nigga worrying about being seen.
But we're the top consumers because we want people to see our accolades.
But
he's talking now. We passed that. He's talking now. Okay, why are black people this, and what should we do to change it? Now he's talking about the change now.
He's talking as a proud father. No, he's
talking.
Father.
It started.
How do people
know
a proud
other people? It started in the household. That's where it starts.
Yeah,
it starts in the household, and that's what he's doing. That's what he said he's doing. He can't change the world, and he can't change every nigga on the street.
He's doing a great job. But what is his son's thought process?
Yeah, but they still kids right now.
They already did. So to answer the question, they're already demonstrating my teachings by not blowing their money on dumb shit, by having money put up inside the bank, by knowing good spending habits when they do go out. You understand what I'm saying? And they work ethic. Their work ethic is fucking ridiculous. All my kids got work ethic. My daughter on honor roll. Like I said, I got a son at TSU. I got a son at Prairie View right now. Like, my kids work their ass off. You know what I mean? And it's just a testament. It's just a testament to the curse that we try to push on, try to take away from our kids and put them on the real shit, the way the real world works. The world don't give a fuck about your chains. The world don't give a fuck about your Jordans. The world don't give a fuck about none of that, because in the eyes of the real world, that shit don't mean nothing.
They do because that's the highest plateau.
You talking about black people do, not the world.
That's the highest plateau for an uneducated motherfucker.
Yeah,
that's not the highest plateau for a motherfucker that really understand how this economy and the economic world work.
I know, but education is not what's at the forefront. Success is what's at the forefront.
But for who?
Success.
It's not. But that comes with.
So if I meet you, how do I know you're successful?
But you can't say education is not at the forefront when without the education, a lot of motherfuckers ain't getting no bag.
How do I know you're successful?
You don't need to know.
You know, but that's the thing. It's not
You
about
don't
what no
need
one
to
else.
know.
It's not about what no one else knows.
So that's a disadvantage. So that's a disadvantage.
What do you mean?
It's not a disadvantage.
Okay, so if you're
if I
applying
gotta
for a
show,
job,
if I gotta show you with the naked eye that I'm successful, then I'm not really successful.
Your presentation has to speak before you actually
No, it don't. Tell me how
No, it
does the
don't.
white
No, it
how
don't.
does the successful
No, it don't.
boy, you talking like a pimp. You talking like a pimp right
so
now.
show me.
You talking like a
So
pimp
Vince, let
right
me ask you a
now.
question.
And
No,
that's
it
the
Let me ask you a
don't.
question.
No, it
Let me ask
don't.
you a question.
That's the difference. That's
No,
the
it
difference
see?
between hold on. That's the difference between niggas and black folks.
Yep.
And I'm
Real
not gonna
talk.
lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just realized the difference between niggas and black folks not too long ago. Well, since I've been here in Texas, I've been raised around niggas my whole life. Around niggas my whole life until I moved out here. The part of Texas we live at is a predominantly black, successful neighborhood. Everyone got degrees. Motherfuckers got good jobs, brand new houses. I ain't never been around this many black people in my life, and it wasn't the hood. We don't live in the hood.
Let me ask you guys a vulnerable question. What was your first 9-to-5 job?
Look, Don got a question for you. He said, ask Pop what he considers being successful.
What's your definition of successful?
What do I consider being successful?
Yeah.
It's something that the majority can see.
But that's a fucking lame ass level of success.
That the majority can see.
So that's
So
only
you're a part of the problem.
Wait. Let me answer it. If I'm putting in all this work behind the scenes and nobody can see it, what is it worth? What is it for?
It's worth a lot.
It's actually worth a lot more.
Because are you doing it Are you doing it for validation? Or are you doing it for your own accomplishment for yourself?
I'm doing it for the indulgence of this life that I'm living.
But if you're worried about what someone else can see, then you're
especially
doing it for
at
the
this
validation
age
of other people. You're doing it for the if that's your own words. You just said that. You just said that. That's your own words. How can I look at you and tell that you're successful? That's what you just said. How can I look at you?
Okay, so why do y'all work hard for a raise?
Because we want more
not
money.
To go buy gold chains.
Or not to go show a motherfucker how much we get.
Why do you work hard for a raise?
Not to go buy gold chains. Look, man.
Okay.
At this age, bro, right now, all that fucking look at me shit, that shit out the window, man. That's young boy shit, bro.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck. No one cares. Now, I'm not saying you got to go outside looking like a bum. Still keep yourself neat and put together. But if you look for validation from other people to think that you got money, then you losing, bro. At this age right now, your focus, the way you said the kids are in private school and all that, your focus shouldn't even be about you no more. It should be about money going stack up for your kids.
I feel everything that a man or woman achieves in life should be acknowledged, and that acknowledgement.
Why? Acknowledged by who? Why do you care? But somebody else think that you got?
Yeah. You can't do that.
Because it inspires you.
No, it don't.
It don't inspire me to show off for other people. I don't care.
Yes, it.
Sometimes the goal is to not be seen, so you can get more.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Okay,
let me ask you a question.
Why? Listen, why niggas go out here buying these chains? How come the nigga in the jewelry store that's selling you the chain, why he don't wear that shit?
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Can I
Straight
ask you a question? Can I ask a question? When you look at some of the richest people in the world, the main thing for them is to not be seen.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing for them.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
How many? Okay, so let me ask you this. Hold on. Eddie, hold on. I got him right here. How many times have you seen Mark Zuckerberg in any kind of TMZ, how many times you seen Mark Zuckerberg? How many times you seen Jeff Bezos? You don't.
Because
How
you
many
know
times you
he's
say?
rich already. You know he's
Yeah,
rich
but they don't want to
already.
be seen.
His money
They don't want to be
speaks. His
seen.
money speaks. His money speaks for his humble living. That nigga would not. Everybody
Listen.
who's living humble, everybody who's living humbly know they got the money that speaks for them. Jay-Z know he has the
That's
money
not
that
living
speaks
humble.
for
You know
him.
what?
That nigga
You
just
know
had a
what?
50.
Hey,
That nigga,
I
that
could
nigga
tell who this nigga be around. If I didn't know him, I could tell who he be around based on the way he talking right now. Have y'all ever
Right.
met somebody in life? This nigga ain't got the best nothing on. But as soon as he opened his mouth, you knew that nigga was successful, or you knew he had some money about him.
Yeah.
His aura gave that presentation. I got my shit together. I got bread.
Right.
Without him having to tell you or show you that shit. When you go out there trying to
Why
afford,
is
bro,
it?
it look
Why
like a
is it the
clown, man.
more?
You look like
Why
a
is it
circus
the
doing
richer
that.
Jay-Z? Why is it the richer Jay-Z got, the less flashier he got?
because he didn't need to show it no more.
Because you knew his elevation. Okay. Do you
He
think
didn't need to
Nike
show it.
has
He
to
didn't need
sell
to show it
itself?
no more.
Okay, so I'm asking you a question. Do y'all think Nike has to keep selling itself?
It's a company. It has to market. What are you talking about?
It doesn't. It doesn't have to keep selling itself.
Yes, yeah,
Because
yes,
it's
they do.
already established as a financial bracket. It's already established as a brand name.
Do you know that Nike is losing?
And that's
Do
what
you
they
know that Nike?
capitalize.
Hold on.
You just cut out. You got
They
to invest in the
capitalize.
motor.
You only capitalize off of who you present yourself as.
No, bro.
Right?
No.
When you go to a job, you wear your best dress. I guarantee you, none of you niggas went to a job the way you dressed tonight.
You dress right for the position you got. You don't necessarily mean you got your best on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm wearing my best.
You talking about, but
Okay,
you talking
so I
about.
know there's
It
an
also
algorithm where you can't
it also
overdress.
depends where you
I
work
know there's
at.
a level to where
Yeah,
you
that
can't.
too.
To
You
where
gonna wear your best dress for the warehouse job?
No, but you haven't got that job yet.
Don't
You're
matter.
just trying to get the job. You don't know what you're going to be appointed for. But your
Bro.
presentation speaks volumes, right?
Listen, you can go out there and show off money all you want. Again, in black communities, which you should know this, don't even mean you got the money. That's the problem.
But
Niggas spend money to make other people think they got bread and don't got shit.
Right, but we don't know that. We don't know what that nigga got or don't have. We just look
Bro,
at the presentation.
I don't, but see, I'm not looking at niggas like that. I don't care. I don't even want them looking at me like that.
That's real
You know what I mean? Look,
Yeah.
So
you don't
y'all
see,
don't believe it.
no jewelry, you don't see no rings, no watch when I come outside and none of that. It ain't that I can't afford the shit. I just don't give a fuck about shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't care. That shit don't, your word expire. I'm not expired to buy those kind of things. It don't move me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not that I can't go get it.
That's
I
a
just
big
don't
difference.
care for it.
My personal opinion is the reason why Negroes and niggas is top consumers because image is everything to us.
To ignorant black
And that will
people,
never
it's
change.
everything.
That will never change.
Yeah,
Image is
that's what we
everything
saying.
to us.
To black people, that's what we got to figure out how to change. But you coming on here talking about you want to do this and look like that for other people so they can know, that's not changing the narrative.
No,
It's
You
gonna
are
keep
part.
black
You
people
are.
in the same spot.
You are part of the problem.
That's feeding
That's the
into it.
problem.
No,
For real.
check it. I'm doing that because it's inspiring me to keep going to this bullshit job.
To buy necklaces and rings.
Yes.
That's
Keeping my image. It's the inspiration
that's
I'm after.
the problem. A
It's
nigga don't
the
You are.
stimulation that I'm
motherfucker
after.
don't deserve it.
A
I will never call you Tupac again. You are not a part of the revolution.
I've never tried to be an advocate or the face of the late great Tupac. I've always tried to make sure I speak my truth.
Don't nobody else in this chat
But
call
I've
him
never
Pac
tried to be an
again.
advocate of him. What?
That means you know the songs, boy, but you ain't getting the message. You know what I mean? Because
How?
boy,
How?
that's not it, man. That's not it. That's not it. We can't live like that, man. Trying to show out and do stupid shit like that, man.
I'm
If
telling
you
you,
was 21 years old, I'd be like, go ahead and do your thing, man. Not at this age, bro. We can't live like that.
The top
You know, here you go,
consumers,
right here. Don say your family should be inspiring you, not the job.
Yeah.
So what inspiration are you getting from your family? And they're working the same job, the same 9 to 5 you're working.
They don't work the same
but
9. But you
nobody
know
is
what my
advancing.
inspiration is on that? That again on other podcasts, I'm the only nigga in my company nationwide. So maybe I could be a black nigga that open up the door for other niggas to get in. That's a motivation for me too. You know what I mean? My family don't make, most people in my family don't make what I make. That's another inspiration for me. Me not have to beg and have to live off somebody is another inspiration for me. Me being the only nigga in my housing community is another inspiration for me. You think I don't get looks by these white people? Like, while I'm here, they don't even talk to me over here. But it's all good because I live where you niggas live. You know what I'm saying? That's inspiration. I can go live in the hood right now and be jeweled up and walk outside and music blasting all out the goddamn window. That's not inspiring to me, bro. I look like a clown. Then you wonder why the police pull you over, nigga, because you look like a character. That's why.
You know what's crazy? But you know what's crazy? What you just named?
What?
You named a different race that you don't give a fuck about, but you give a fuck about the opinion of the black race.
No, I said I live where these white people live. So the thing is, I can live where you niggas live. So maybe I'm an example. Listen, let me tell you something. You don't know who looks at you behind your back. I could be an inspiration to another black motherfucker. Say, you know what? I don't gotta live over here. It is possible to live over there. Oh, Fred lived there. I can live there. Fred worked there. I probably can work there. So you weren't about self. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about self. Just like you do the music shit, you inspire obviously by somebody. You inspired by Pac. That's why you do the songs probably. That's why you got the piercing. That's why you got the death row chain. That's why you got all the rings. Because you inspired by him. Tupac don't know you, but you was somebody in the background watching him. I'm not Tupac, but somebody could be watching me.
And
I'm gonna leave it at that.
You know what's so crazy?
Check it. But I was inspired before I knew who Tupac was. I was inspired.
You didn't have a nose ring. You didn't have a death row chain.
You know what's so crazy?
This guy.
Oh shit.
This guy.
Oh man.
Hey, you can't say that's a lie.
Check it. So I'm gonna go left real quick. I was 26 years old. I didn't know who Pac was. 26 years old. I already cultivated
you a
my
goddamn
energy.
lie. You ain't know who Pac was 26 years old.
I put that on. Hey, check it. My father was like Ike Turner and Joe Jackson all in one person. All in one, right?
Ike Turner.
I was sheltered to the fullest. I was sheltered to the fullest. When I left the house, I was 26 years old when I left out from under my dad's umbrella, right?
I don't know about Ike.
I said that to say this. I had already cultivated my direction and my style. When I found out who Tupac was, you know what my first words was?
I'm gonna get a gold
sound like me. This nigga had the same antics I had. That was my first response, right?
You
so
said
I said that to say this.
Hold on. What year was that when you was 27?
This was 96. This was 96.
Well, are you talking about the year Pac died?
I remember when I first saw Pac, it was the Me Against the World, and that's when he was being charged with the rape case. And I remember walking past this nail salon business, and they had the poster outside. And I told my younger brother, I said, "Hey, this that nigga that raped that girl." That was my first word.
Yo, did you know who Digital Underground was?
Nope. I used to hear this. I used to hear this song, ding ding dong, ding ding ding, ding. And it's Dr. Dre and whatever. I keep your heads ringing. I didn't know who that was. I didn't know who Snoop was. I didn't know who Big was. I didn't know who, because I grew up on gospel music. And when I told my dad I'm leaving, and I looked at him and said, I'm leaving. And
Did
he
you
looked
go to
at me
school?
and said, "Black boy, you can go, but your
Did you
brother is
go to
not legal to leave." And when I left, that's when I started finding out who Tupac was. I was 26, 27 years old. So anything that I've acquired along the way that's in relations to him, I already had established in my own entity. But to bring it back close to home,
Wait,
I understand
what's your highest level of education? You went to college?
third grade. I've
Oh,
never saw another classroom. I never read another book since third grade.
Elijah
No
Muhammad.
diploma, no GED at all. Huh?
I said like Elijah Muhammad. He has went to
Yeah,
third grade.
I never got educated since then, ever.
you was locked in the house
So
till 26?
yeah, I was back then. People don't understand. So this
Wait,
goes
hold
back
on.
to
Did
what?
you did y'all not go visit other family of like other family? Y'all went and visited like your
No,
cousins, y'all
no.
ain't go visit. So
I don't even know any of my cousins. I can date. I could be dating my cousin right now. Wouldn't even know it.
That's
was your
wild.
father trying to start a cult?
That's wild.
Yes, he was. Do you guys remember David Koresh?
Yeah. Waco, Texas.
It was on that. It was definitely on that level. It was definitely on that level.
You know, now that it makes more sense about how your brain works. I get it now.
See, thank you. If you know, I told Benz not to sidetrack. And forgive me for this, but I told Benz I said you need to interview me on this podcast because it seems like people are attacking me or getting confused about my theory and my concepts, and I'm starting to feel bothered by it because people don't understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
And a part part of art of dialogue of me coming on the podcast is understanding. You just want people to understand your part. And I feel like since I've been on this platform, people have saw me in a different light that I'm not in, and because they don't understand my part. And I don't have time to
No,
come
no,
on here
no. Here's the
and
thing,
explain that.
because even all right. So even in the conversation, right? So like I'm sure, right? Me, our lifestyle, a lot of things we've done, we know about, we right. This is why. But you also got to understand where we're coming from. So when Benz is saying that to work to show off is not the way, is because we when you were 26, 27 and you're just learning about Pac, we've already years before knew about Pac, watching videos, watching rap videos, watching certain movies and certain things.
But I didn't care about that. My consumer dollars went to my presentation. My consumer dollars went to the car I had. My consumer
But
dollars
listen,
went to the
so
clothes I wore. The clothes
but what
I
I want to
wore.
say is, for us, by the time we're 26, a lot of things that you're just starting, we've been doing,
Did that shit
right?
at 16.
Right.
But that doesn't. But that doesn't.
no, I'm not. So I'm just saying for us, you got to understand when we say that's not the way, it's because we did it already, right? I
No,
used
but
to
I can
work.
still.
I
But
used
I
to
can
work
still.
in. I used to
But
work in
no,
Tommy
because I can
Hilfiger.
still see. I can still see ahead of y'all because I'm coming from a fresh vision. I can see where the top consumers are.
No,
The
but when
top
you're
consumer.
saying
The
no,
top.
no,
No,
what
nigga,
I'm
you coming
saying
from a
is
late vision.
no. What I'm saying is
Yeah.
No,
what you were
not
saying.
That motherfucker
necessarily.
delayed like that internet
Not
service.
necessarily.
No, what I'm
Not
saying is
necessarily.
no. What I'm saying is about what you were saying, that you got to show your success, right? That's what you were saying.
Yes,
And we're
most
saying,
definitely. Most definitely.
and okay, but this is what I'm saying to you. You got a late start on that. For us, we've been down
We
that
did
road.
all that. Yeah.
We did all that. We did it way before you
Okay,
was even.
okay. So let me. So okay. So what do you think? What do you think a coach sees on the field?
Depends what sport it is. Shit. You
Do
said
you
with a
think
coach?
his vision is better than okay? You feel my point because you niggas always get lost. Do you feel a coach sees a better play than the quarterback?
Yes.
Do you feel a coach sees a better play than the quarterback? Do you see the referee
Yes.
sees a better play than the quarterback?
Yes.
I'm the referee. I'm the coach.
You're not.
No, you're not.
So
You just
you're
came out of the Pee Wee League.
You're the
No,
quarterback.
you know why you're not the coach?
You're the guy who's
No.
been in the game. You're the guy who's been in the game. But I'm on the sideline because I see a different game.
Yeah.
I see
No, the coach already done played.
You niggas that's been
I already
living.
played.
Some of the coaches
No,
already
I
done
already played.
They retired.
I
Now
already
they the
played.
coach. How you think a coach become a coach? Even if he didn't play, he done studied, he done learned, he done did all that. He had to prove his work that he know what he's talking about.
Phil
To teach the
Jackson,
player.
Pat Riley. Phil Jackson, Pat Riley, they all were players. Then they became the coach. You didn't play yet. When I was playing, you wasn't playing. I was already playing. Now I'm on the sideline watching. I'm the coach. I'm coaching you. Because I'm the one I'm closest in age to you. So I'm coaching you, and because I already played. I played that game. I've been there, done that.
We done did that.
I've worked in retail stores where I wasn't even paying for I'm getting discounts on my clothes. I'm getting a clothing allowance. I'm wearing Iceberg. I'm wearing Iceberg I'm not even in New York City. I'm in upstate New York where Iceberg going to the club. Girls is like, oh my God. Wow. I did it. Jewelry, cars, all that. I did it. I already did it. So what I'm saying to you is I was a victim. I was the instant gratification. I'm showing off. I'm showing off. I'm hot boy. I'm him. I'm outside. Look at me. Oh, where'd that get me? Nowhere. I've been there, done that.
You know what it is? Because, the education didn't give us what the streets has given us. The education not giving us what our own money is getting us. So our own money can get us that real quick. Our own money can take us in Burberry and we can get the belt. Our own money can take us in Louis Vuitton and we can get the backpack because it's visual. It's visual.
That's what we saying. The shit it's what we saying it. Well, I'm gonna say what I'm saying. I say that shit backwards, bro, and I'm saying that it's like kid shit. Like nigga, when I'm growing up, I ain't see my dad talking about he got the newest name brand, whatever, showing out. My dad was going to work, stacking, providing, and this and that. You want to see your kids grow. That's what his validation was, not no clothes at this age. Is what I'm saying.
You know what,
we done been there, done
the
that.
Downside, but you know what
there ain't no downside to it.
Your dad, but you know what the downside of seeing my dad do that? All he was doing was working.
Okay, but that's fine. I'd rather see any black man see their dad or black boy see their dad work than seeing their dad not working and pick up that habit not work.
That's from an adult perspective. That's from a
I'd rather see that from a black boy growing up seeing their dad work than not working.
Matter of fact, I do you one better.
I
do you one better. Reflection, I do you one better. This is a real shit. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. My father is not flashy at all. Matter of fact, when I was growing up, I couldn't even get certain sneakers because he was not paying for that. I could get regular pair of ones, pair of uptowns, pair of ones, but I couldn't get no Jordans. I couldn't get no extra wild expensive sneakers. And we talking back then when they wasn't even $200 yet. We talking $100, $150 maybe, right? I couldn't get them. So I could get Nikes, but I couldn't get no Jordans or nothing like that. Father's not flashy at all. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you what my father got right now that a lot of people fathers don't got. My father got a house with an in-ground pool in the back. You know where the flex is? When I'm at the house and I'm barbecuing and I'm cooking on the grill and I'm showing I'm on the grill and then jump in the pool, that's the flex. The flex ain't going out to the club and no, because you know why? Most niggas, even when I was in the industry, matter of fact, I was on the crew of DJs. Some of these dudes is on the biggest radio stations that everybody listens to right now. And I'm gonna tell you real talk, ain't not near one of them got what my father got.
Nobody
They got all the
sees or
jewels.
knows
They
your
got all the
father.
jewels. They got all
He
the
weren't
Nobody,
about the
sees.
sin.
Nobody sees or know your father. The top consumers are
Yeah,
niggas that
but you
want
know
to
what?
be seen.
But
The
you know
top
what? I'm gonna tell you
consumers,
this reflection.
in
You know
America.
how many dudes said, I wish, yo, that's your pop's house? You know how many of them dudes said, yo, that's your pop's house? Yo, that's
That's an
fire.
invite. That's an invite. That's an
No,
invite you're talking about.
but they wanted it because they ain't got it.
When you and your father leave the house, nobody know what y'all got.
That's good.
That's good.
Niggas,
Thank you.
the top consumers
Right.
want the world to see what they have.
We know that. We talking about why that is a problem. We know that.
That's why we spend vain. That's why
I think he
trips that they don't have money for.
I think he messed. I think
That's
you
why we
missing.
did the PPP
I think you're
loan.
missing what the whole topic is, man. We're calling out the consumers for thinking what you're saying and why that's a problem in Black community. Why are we spending money so focused on trying to be seen and we don't own shit? That's what we're talking
That's what
about.
we're saying.
Because nobody knows we're successful. Nobody knows
You still ain't successful because you
So
got
who
shit
doesn't
on.
want
No
to know
one
you made
cares.
it?
We're trying to talk about how
Yes,
you
they
change the
do.
mind
Yes,
frame. No
So
one
why
cares.
do they have the fourth list? So why do they have the fourth list, Vince?
Listen,
Why do
it
they have the
don't
fourth
matter.
list?
He keep going off, bro. You missing the point. You
Reflection.
missing
I
the
want you
point.
to understand something. I
He
want you to understand something.
he's
Successful
telling us something
acknowledgement.
that we already know.
I want you reflection. I want you to
word. Successful acknowledgement is what we're all after.
No, we
Successful
not.
public acknowledgement.
No,
Let me
we
ask you a
not.
question, reflection.
When you get a
No, we not.
Reflection. Do you think that so you telling me you think that when dudes is doing business deals with Fortune 500 companies, they walking into these meetings with gold and all kinds of bullshit on? No, they not. The people that's making these deals ain't walking into no damn ain't the people that's making the major deals, the people that's moving money, the people that they not walking into these meetings with no bullshit on. What are you talking about? It's not about being seen. It's not about being seen. If somebody comes to you right now about a deal and you can't make this deal, it don't matter what you got on. It don't matter how much jewelry you got on. It matters that if you come in there with a suit looking clean and you have a conversation and you can make a deal, that's what matters.
Most of the Black consumers' dollars is going to the presentation of success. This is the topic we're talking about, Ben. I'm not off the topic. Most Black people dollars go to the presentation of success. It's establishing that they're successful.
No.
And if it's not seen, they don't want to fuck with it.
A lot of the money gets spent on hair weaves. A lot of money gets spent on eating out all the goddamn time. That's not being successful. A lot of money.
BBLs.
Billions of dollars on hair weaves. What they got to do with being successful?
What they got? Nothing.
Going out to eat all the time.
Somebody is seeing it.
Who cares?
But they're not going nowhere with it. They're not doing that. So you think? Hold on. So in your heart of hearts, you
nobody
saying
sees
that
their house. Nobody sees their house.
So let me just break this down. You're saying in your heart of hearts that the people that's getting money out here, that's getting money out here. You saying that these people are getting money because they're out there showing off their money? That's what you're
They
saying.
want to project. They want to project success, and that's their gratification.
Hey,
That's
El,
what I'm saying.
hold on, real. Let me play this.
Last year, Black America in 2016, we spent $2 billion on Air Jordans, $4 billion on liquor and alcohol, $600 million on fast food, and we bought twice the amount of Mercedes Benzes as white America, although white America has twice the wealth of black folk. So the question becomes, what is it about the Mercedes Benz that makes it so attractive to African Americans even when they can barely afford it? And it's because it's a status symbol.
That's all.
And one thing we know about oppressed people, when you can't enjoy true freedom, you surround yourself with the symbols of that freedom.
Absolutely.
And that's why the Louis bag is so important. That's why our children will kill for Air Jordans. It's not the sneaker, it's what it represents.
Right.
And if I believe I'm worthless, that means I can only add value to myself by what I put on my body as opposed to what I put in it. Last year, Black American.
He said, well, if I think I'm worthless, I got to go buy this material shit to make value, put value on myself. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm not buying a Walmart watch.
You shouldn't have to. We just saying not about the splurging.
I'm not going to Dollar General to get me some work shoes.
You don't got to. We talking about splurging when it's unnecessary, when you don't own shit. It just looks stupid.
No, nobody knows what I own, man.
That's good. That's good. You keep it like that.
But I want them to see what I own. I want them to see what I have. That's what I'm saying.
When I buy, let me tell you something. When I buy
that's
house,
why that's why our consumer dollars go to these Jordans. That's why
when I buy the house,
because we want people to see that we worked hard for our success.
But a lot of people didn't work hard
We
to
don't
get
want our hard work to be hidden. We don't want our
everybody
hard work
didn't
to be
work hard.
yes, I do. I want it to be hidden. You know why? Because the other thing is too. If you're around, here's the other thing you got to worry about. When you, which is sad to say, in the urban community, when you do have success, when you do have money, when you start showing it, you become a target. You become a target for people with their hands out. You become a target for niggas trying to rob you. You become a target for so many negative things because you're showing off your money. So I don't want people to, when I get the house that I plan to have, when I get that house that is my final home, I promise you, there will be a handful of people that know where I live. I don't need, and you probably won't see me because I'm going to design the house to where I probably don't even need to leave. I don't need to be seen.
So there's self-pride in that?
Yes.
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 So you're living for yourself is what you're saying.
And the family members, myself, if I have kids, my wife, and the family members that are on the same trajectory. If you're not on the same trajectory, if you're a negative person, if you're a taker, if you're entitled, if you're a piece of shit, you will be nowhere near me.
Hey, real. He want to show off for broke people.
Right.
Because whatever you put on, no person with real money is giving a fuck what you got on. They looking at you weird, actually. You're only trying to press the show off on the broke people. That's the only one that's gonna care. Why do you think rich people ain't out there like that?
The thing about public show off is you want to let people know you're working.
No, it's
nobody
not,
knows you're working if they don't see it.
No, it's not, man.
Let's keep it a buck.
No, it's
Nobody knows you're working if they don't see it. There's no way you're gonna tell me you're driving around in a bum ass car and everybody know you working 40 hours plus. Everybody know you working 50 hours plus, and you pulling up in a bum ass car. How do they see your work, man?
Real.
How do they see it?
Real. Have you seen my house? Ever? Real. I got hit by a teenager that totaled my car. This been a year now because we got to go to court on the shit for them to pay me out, right? I didn't go purchase a new car, right? So nobody seen me in no car. Do you think I'm not working? But do you think I'm not working though?
Okay, so check it. I know you're a hard worker, right? I don't see it.
You don't need to. You know why you don't need to? Because I'm not doing this. That's how you know I'm good.
So what gives you your momentum to keep working? What's your incentive?
He told you that earlier.
Instead of going out buying the Louis belt.
He told you that
instead
earlier.
of going out buying the.
He told you.
That's it. I don't care about all that shit, man. I never, even as a kid, I never been moved about no goddamn designer shit. I never cared about Louis and Gucci and all that dumbass shit. I like to see the I like to see my bank account grow. I like to.
You know what? You know what I
be
take pride on?
So you just
I like to comfortability and not having to worry about a disconnect notice coming in the mail, talking about my lights and water getting turned off, nigga.
So you just want so when people see you, you just want them to say, "Hey, man, damn, man, you always working. You always working hard, man. You always."
You know what happened though? I come in a plain t-shirt, I come in a plain beanie and all that, and ain't nobody ever ran across me and thought I was broke. No jewelry on. Nobody ever ran across me and thought I was broke. So that must say something. I never met a bride that ever met me that said or thought I was broke. I never had to put on the clown outfit to knock a bitch like some niggas got to.
Fred.
And I'm gonna keep it 100. I'll keep it 100. 9 times out of 10, if I knock a bitch, she better than the niggas that got all the shit on trying to get the bitch.
Fred.
I'm just gonna be honest.
Fred, how
so you
how
don't
long?
so you don't know, you don't want nobody to know you a manager. You don't want nobody to know you a CEO.
How they
gonna know that? How they gonna know that,
care.
Man?
I don't care, bro.
How much you see me in black?
All the time.
You know why I'm always wearing black? Because I don't care. And I might be wearing the same sweatshirt or you wouldn't even know. But you know why I don't care? Because you know what else I know? You know what else I've learned in life? I was a party promoter. I was outside. I'm in the clubs. I see everything. I know everything going on. I got dudes that's coming in the club that's popping bottles, that big chains on, pulled up in all kinds of different whips, everything. And I ain't doing none of that. But am I smashing the same females they smashing? Why?
Black American people are the top consumers because we want to be acknowledged. We
know
want
that.
to be seen.
Again, that's what we know. The
majority of us.
And that's what we're saying. That's what the problem is. That's
bro.
what we're saying.
If you got money,
that mindset.
If you got money for chains and shit, instead of buying the chains, put a down payment on a house.
We're not worried
Do
about
some investments instead of getting into all the Jordans.
Because we can't go inside the club with the house.
Well, stay out the club. We too old for the club anyways. By the time you buy the house, you're too old for the club.
That's the point we're making. That's the point we're making. The point we're making is that we have to get out of this mindset of being the consumer. We have to get out of this mindset of showing off. We have to get out of this mindset of material objects because it ain't doing nothing for us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The only way we'll get out of that mindset is when we graduate and we apply the education that we learned.
You got to start somewhere.
We're not applying the education. We're not applying the education.
You got to start somewhere. So how about we start spending money on bullshit?
All right. So reflection. Let me ask you a question. Since you say we're not We're not applying the education.
We're not.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. You have how many kids? 2?
2.
Okay. Do you talk to your kids, or do you try to educate them on finance, on real estate, on investments, on the stock market, crypto? Do you try to educate them on these things?
On those that you just named, no.
Well, then you're not. Then
I do try to educate them on how to spend their money, but it's not the particulars that I educate them on.
well, if you're not, so this is my point. So if you're not educating them on these things, right? Because that's where it starts. It starts in the household. So if you're not doing that with your kids in the household, and you're not educating them on these things, then you are a part of the
I don't
problem.
need to. I don't need to,
Yes, you
as
do.
long as I'm educating them on how to apply the dollar. And
But you're
I
not
am
teaching them.
educating them
But you're
on
not
how
teaching
it
them.
doesn't matter what
You're
they apply
not
that
teaching
dollar
them.
to.
You're
It
not
doesn't
teaching
matter,
them.
huh?
You're not teaching them
Yes, I
how
am.
to. You're not. You're not teaching them how to apply the dollar and make the dollar work for them, so they don't have to work. That's what you're not teaching them.
No, I'm teaching them how to be cautious of what they're applying that dollar to. It's the same thing.
You're not teaching them how to apply the dollar in the right place so that the dollar can work for them and they don't have to work. You're not teaching them what we're saying of how we got to stop being the consumer, how we got to get more assets. You're not teaching them to put their dollars in the places for their dollars to grow into assets so that they don't have to work.
So money management is teaching them that.
Okay, but if you're teaching them money management without placing the money
If you
anywhere,
send okay, if you say, hey, here's $20, a jug of milk, and a loaf of bread. You don't think I'm gonna go to that grocery store and make sure I'm applying that $20?
if you're not putting the money in the right places for the money to grow, you are not doing proper.
You're not thinking
You're
of
not
you're not
doing. You're not doing proper money management. You're just surviving. You're not growing. That's not.
black
That's
people are
not
not
growth.
thinking of
That's survival.
black people are not thinking of growth when they're spending their money. They're not thinking of growth.
Okay, so this is the point I'm making to you. That's what I'm saying to you.
We got
That's our problem. We're not talking growth. You're not talking growth. We need to talk growth. How do we grow in this economy, in this United States? The only way to grow for your money to work for you and you not have to work is if you put your money in certain things that will make your money grow so you don't have to work. It's that simple. So if I put my money in the stock market, if for example, when Apple was what $100, if I bought Apple back in the day and I leave it in the stock market and I let it grow, I'm a millionaire today. If I put my money, on Google,
there's no public pride in that.
okay, you know what, Fred? You said this show was going to be an hour, and you know what? It's an hour and 43 minutes, and I just realized, yo, Don, I feel you, Don, I feel you. I just realized that I'm talking to because you can tell his head is really like a wall. It's a brick. It's not even a brick wall. It's a center block wall that I'm talking to. It's a center block wall that I'm talking to, and I had enough.
I
had enough.
anybody
You are too
I've
old for
ever
this.
known,
You are too old to be worrying about showing off your money. It is ridiculous. Fred, it's
anything
1:45. I gotta go. I'm going to bed. I'm done with you. It's ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. You're 52 years old. This is nuts.
you guys said where is the American top consumers? Why are we spending our money on the bullshit? And I'm telling you why. We want
Yeah,
the prize.
but I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you the solution. You're not listening. You're killing me. I got to get out of here. You're not
Hey, hold
listening.
up. What up, man? What up?
What up?
Big
What up?
Oh,
dog
What
in
up?
the building.
exactly.
Now, this is the brother I know that do investments, man. Doug, please let the people
Hey,
know what's going on, brother.
hey, my man in the black long sleeve was talking straight knowledge.
Thank you, Doug.
He's speaking facts. Pop, you on the wrong spectrum, bruh. It's all about education. It's about education.
You have to prove it.
No one cares. Look. No one cares what you're wearing. No one cares what you're buying in your house. No one cares what you're driving at our age. At 18, 20 years old, yeah, I had change just like you. I had the Benz. I had all that. Priorities is what matters now. Your family sitting in the house, not worrying about shit, is what matters to me. When I can take a plane and take my family to a fucking island is what matters to me. My family open up the cabinets and get what they want, when they want it, and how they want it is what matters to me. Buying a fucking chain, going to a club, throwing some dollars.
That makes that the only.
Go ahead. See his modem. See,
Right.
That's that modem.
Right.
But I just
You
feel like
talk about showing off.
you hit a good point that made sense though. He was sheltered to his 26. What he's doing now, we were doing in our 20s. So you have to understand where he's coming from. Now, he's 10 to 15, maybe 20 years behind us. I'm not saying that as a bad thing, but he don't understand what we're saying until he gets more mature in his brain that what he thinks matters don't matters to us. Matter of fact, what he thinks matters to him, other people look at him like a clown.
Yeah,
because when you got money, you don't have to show like you got money. Period.
Yep.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Boy, I'm glad you came in because you came in right on time before niggas had got off.
You caught me right in there because I'm telling you. But you know what's so crazy? And I learned this a long time ago. It's from my boy, he Cambodian. And he was saying, he said, when you start making a certain amount of money, you don't got to dress, you don't got to flash, you don't got to do nothing. He said, you don't even got to talk no more. When your money reaches a certain level, people edify you. He probably don't even know the word edify.
Yes.
People edify you because now I break this example down. I said, if I was to get a loft, right? And then I'm having like parties in the loft, but I'm dressed like damn near like I got on sweats, but it damn near look like pajamas. I said, what happens is, I was breaking it down for my brother, and I was explaining to him how the edification works. And I'm telling him, I said, let's say I got a loft. Everybody's over there. Let's say some girlfriends of mine come in, some homegirls of mine come in, and they bring somebody I don't know. And now I'm in there and I'm looking bummy, right? She don't know this is my loft. So I'm just in there hanging out. Now I say what's up, I talk to them. I said, now what happens is the girl that don't know me, she gonna say to her friends, "Ooh, ew, what is he wearing? What the hell is he wearing?" And you know what happens? The edification comes in because the girls that know me and know I got money are gonna be the first ones to say, "Girl, you don't even know he got money. Hey, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like he dressed like that, but he got money. Trust me." And that's where that's what edification is. And a lot of people don't know. Once your money reaches a certain level, you stop talking. You doing whatever you want.
That also works the opposite way. You look at people like, all right, so let's just say are you married? You have a wife or girlfriend?
Nah, nothing.
All right. So let's just say your wife or girlfriend, we're all mature now. I'm almost 50. When I see someone trying to show off that they're wearing Balenciaga and all that, first thing comes to my head, they broke.
Yeah.
They broke.
Yeah.
They broke. They're trying to show me that they got money. And honestly, they broke. And that's the first thing that comes to my head. That's why when Pac says he's trying to show, he wants people to see him. Why? Because everyone look at you like you broke if you wearing that stuff. At least the mature, us mature people think that. The youngsters might think you got money, but who cares what the youngsters think?
You got on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Rich people don't wear that stuff. I think you brought that up. Rich people look like they poor because they don't want to be seen. They don't want to be. They don't want nobody. They don't want nobody to think they have money because guess what? You become a target.
Yep.
Or what? People are always going to be texting you, asking you for money.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Don, I do Uber and Lyft, right? One day I pick up this couple. I go to this house. This house I'm huge. The house is huge. It was so. The house was so.
My phone went dead.
The house was so big that you literally the driveway was damn near like one block, right? Yes. I pick them up. I'm in the car at this time. I had my Instagram on the back of the seat. The dude in the car. Now, mind you, when the dude got in the car, I'm looking at him coming out this house. When I tell you, he looked like an intern for a new he looked like an intern at a new desk job with a cubicle, right? Like he looked like he entry level, cubicle job, right? He had on a button up and slacks, and it wasn't even like it was like real neat or whatever, right? I picked him up. He sees my Instagram. He tells his lady, look him up. Come to find out, me and her had a mutual friend, my homegirl. She's a paramedic. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. So then we get to talking. I learned that she does work for some magazines. So now I'm thinking that the house has to do with her, not him. Fast forward, drop them off. She hit my homegirl up. My homegirl calls me the next morning. Yo, I heard you had so-and-so in your car. I said, yeah. He said, she said, you know who the dude was? I said, no. She said, that was Charles Rockefeller.
Damn.
Doesn't matter.
Yo,
damn.
Hold on. Let me finish. Don, I said, what?
I would never.
Let me finish. I'm not done. Let me tell you what's so crazy about that. He didn't order a Uber Black because New York, we got Uber Black, we got Uber SUV,
extra large.
He ordered a regular Uber X.
Yes,
regular Uber X. He didn't order no flashy shit. Regular Uber X, right? I'm like, so that first came to mind. I said, damn, he ordered an Uber X. She started following me. I followed her, right? I'm looking. They was at the airport one day. She's making jokes. She's like, look at Charles' luggage. Do you know that this dude had a black garbage bag for his luggage?
Damn.
He is Charles Rockefeller. He got a black garbage bag for his luggage. He's not in the limelight. He's not no celebrity.
I don't know nobody today that's a boss that want to look like a janitor. I don't know.
I'm telling you right now.
Wait a minute, hold on. Time out. I don't know nobody. Hold on. What do
that want to look like a door greeter?
Hey, hold on. What does a janitor look like?
A janitor?
I'm a janitor. I'm a janitor. I'm a janitor. I'm a janitor. I work for the city of Henderson. I'm a janitor.
And
I'm a janitor. I'm a janitor.
I respect a job, but I'm talking about your desired presentation. Presentation is not to be a janitor.
I don't care about no presentation. You know what my presentation is? When you come to my house, I own my house. When you see my car, I own my car. When you see my Riker, I own my Riker. when you see my bank account,
see those
hey, look, when you see my crypto investment, it's over $1 million. That's what matters to me.
The public, when you go out, doesn't know that.
I don't care about the public, bro.
Don't care. You the only one
public don't move me.
So how do you? So how do you take pride in what your hard work is doing?
Because my family don't want for nothing, and when they want something, they get it. I only live for my family, bro. I don't live for my neighbor. I live for my family. I don't live for nobody else but my family.
If I could have a house where I got no neighbors, my dream house is
around nobody.
No neighbors.
Correct.
So I could barbecue and do all the things I want to do at my house.
See, Pac, you want to be seen, and I don't understand that, because that's more of a young point of view. But you want to be seen. You want to be you want people to see you.
That's part of earning and working hard for what you're doing.
No,
everybody wants
for
to
you.
Drive.
That's you.
Everybody
that's your point of view.
Car that nobody else got because they worked hard for it.
That's what we're talking about, though. That's what being a consumer is. That's what we're trying to get you out of, being a consumer. No one cares that you're buying. No one cares that you're driving the newest car. You pulled up a new.
The majority
No. You all right. Well, somebody with the mentality is me and my man at the top. When you pull up your new car, you know what we thinking? Damn, that car payment high as fuck. That's what. Damn, that car insurance high as fuck.
It's not paid off.
Hell no, that shit ain't paid off.
Nobody
ain't nobody out here buying $100,000 car that I know.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
If it is paid off or not.
It's not my problem.
And the sad part about being black in America is if it is paid, if you pay for $100,000 car with cash, automatically you stupid. That's one. Number two, you a drug dealer? Are you a rapper? Do you work
as soon as you buy that car, it depreciates. So why are you buying $100,000 car? Until you drive it off a lot, it's worth $50,000.
The same reason why I would ask you, why would you buy a house and you're paying the mortgage?
Because a house is an asset. It's an investment.
A house is an asset. After 30 years, you don't have to pay up for a house no more. You just all you do is pay taxes.
You're gonna have health problems. You're gonna have health problems in 30 years.
Then you pull out. Then you pull money out your house to pay for it.
Hold on, Don.
You pull money out your house. You don't have to take a loan. Your house is your bank.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me explain something to you.
Why would you buy a fucking house? If you don't own the land that the house is on.
My house is my bank.
If houses was not worth nothing, if houses was not worth nothing,
I pay taxes on the land. But
if land was not worth nothing, they would not have redlined black people. What are you talking about? They redlined us just so we could. There are people.
That's the problem. We don't own.
There are white people that's living off of generational wealth because their family bought a house back in 1852.
Hey, Pac,
they still got the land.
Facts.
What are you talking about? That's why we're behind now.
Pac, what you trying to?
We don't have the assets.
Pac,
we don't have assets.
Pac, what you trying to justify as visual, we justify as owning. What you think we see you?
You're paying mortgage.
Of course you're paying mortgage. You paying more. That's what you do. That's what you do when you own. You pay a mortgage. That's what you do when you
success.
What is success to you?
It's an asset.
What is success to you? That goes back to my question. What is success to you, Pac?
The land that you own that you're paying the house for.
So
that you're paying on the house for. You own the land that the house is on.
So you saying go somewhere, buy the land and build a house, and then you're successful?
Yes, because you own the land. They can take the house. If you miss a mortgage payment, they can take the house. They can't take the land.
That's why you set yourself up so you never ever have financial problems by investing. You would never miss a mortgage payment. That stuff don't happen when you're financial literacy. When you have financial literacy, those things don't happen.
listen.
I bought my house for $240,000 5 years ago. My house is going for $450,000 right now. My interest rate's at 2.
But you're paying mortgage on that house.
And you know how much my mortgage is on that house? Hold on, Pop. You know how much my mortgage is on my house right now? When I first started my mortgage, it was $2,600. You know how much my mortgage is on my house right now? $900 on a 3-bedroom house worth $400,000. My mortgage is $900.
So it's insignificant because you don't own the land, homie.
I don't have to own the land. I make money on the land. If I rent my house out, I make money every month. You don't own the land. You don't own the land you driving your car in. What are you saying? You saying something that don't make sense. Do you own these freeways?
Because how are you? I'm saying,
everybody.
How are you?
Listen, thank y'all.
Hey,
Ben, thank you for having me.
Let's do
Ben,
a big dog.
I'm done talking to brick walls. I'm done talking to center blocks. I'm done.
Hey, we gotta bring this back, Fred and Pac, man. Come on, we gotta get Pac on our page, man.
Yep, I got you.
All right.
Peace, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, good talking to you, my man.
And I'm not going to stress myself out. I got enough gray hair. And I don't need no more. Thank you. God bless.
Y'all gonna have to deal with me tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we will.
We will, man. Hey, I'll be on tomorrow, man. We on.
All right, for sure. I'll send the link to you.
All right, Pop.
All right.